after 86, between this, the second movement, which is after 86 and 93. It says a tempo there in my score. We're just going to go a little faster and really do the a tempo at 93. Okay, so I'd like to go all the way through. Okay, that's a good reading. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. So, in the same kind of nature/love vein, this is about a bird, and the bird flies off into a garden. This minor forte section in the middle is, apparently it gets caught in lime twigs, apparently that's a thing. And it's rescued by a fair maiden and flies off. It could be that there's an allegorical meaning to this too, about getting trapped in some kind of a relationship, but I don't know. We'll probably just do it, the reading as is. Okay, so yes, it's very simple music, and the tempo, I think we need to kind of nail that difference between the true Viennese waltz that's kind of more stylized and this Ländler, which is more like kind of country and not as refined. So let's try it from the beginning again. I think the stroke and everything is really good. I'm not having so let's try to get in a little bit sooner so that we don't have 1, 2, 3, we have 3 parts, but we have 1 part. Bum, bum, dee, dee, dum, bum. Then the time that we take will make a little more sense. Are you slur-ended, or are you taking a separate bow on the triplets?
We're taking a separate bow on the triplets.
Would you try slurring it in and just, I don't know, it's just like a little trick thing, and it's not serious. It's not important. It's just a little fluttery kind of thing.
A little question. You're playing harmonic. So when we do like in bar 15, 14, 15, would you like us to do an opening?
You know, I don't think so. I think the harmonics have a place, but in open strings, I think too much of them gets irritating. So let's, yeah.
Yeah, just slur it in. Slur it back in.
Yeah, just slur.
I thought you were asking to them to be separate.
Oh no, no. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see if that works. And I love the beginning. That was great. We have one thing there. So 21, and if we could on in the first violins on the sforzando that leads into that, let's try holding it a little bit, not a lot, and then kind of releasing so that our tempo goes forward a little bit after that. Maybe we could try from 15, no, that's a bad place, 15, 14, 13. Let's start from 13. What do you think about the bowing? Do you think?
I personally like your bowing on this. I do think the simplicity is nice.
Okay.
I think it's better also.
Okay. Let's start right on that. 55? Let's do 51. Yeah. Okay, so the 16th, I think we need to not make such a big deal out of it. Dee, da 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 dee, da 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 dee, da 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 dum, da 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 dum. And
You mean
everything.
play them more quietly for 16th?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's articulated.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then 3 always going to 1. Dee, da 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 dee, da 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 dum. Okay, let's do 64. Let's work on 71 just for a moment. So these are the size. It has to somehow be in 1 at the same time it's in 1. Okay, 64. Okay. Oh, I see. So your bowing at 71 is down, down, up, up. Can we try down, up, and kind of work to the tip so that we do the overall diminuendo while still doing the individual size in the bars? You know what I mean? Just to travel. Can we just try right at 71?
Printed bowing.
Yes, Brenda Ball. Good. Let's do that without slowing down.